Fnatic.
Anyway, so put me down for a Lilgun. I got the wrong mind.
Let's go. That's the wrong mind. I'm going to go with a little bit of wrong mind as
Let's
well
go.
here. I'll hop on the Tsunami train. Let's go Lilgun. PL versus Beastmaster good. PL versus Drow Ranger good. DP. If Lina goes mid, I'm down for Lilgun. If she doesn't, it's a
not.
bit more rough.
She won't.
Beak
Good
up.
luck.
What's the plan? You're splitting the tie again.
I hate being in
my courier
situation. Yeah. Then just pick
is-
earlier, bro.
Saying Fnatic.
Oh, wow. No voice this time.
Wow.
Just that easy. All right. 3 Fnatic,
He's
2
embarrassed.
Lilgun.
What can I say?
1 game. Take it away. Beak up and Lizard.
Yeah. Game number 1, Fnatic Lilgun should be a fun one. Fnatic have definitely played sketchy, I guess would be the word. Inconsistent.
Not
at
sketchy
times.
enough for you guys to go against such a strong organization and historically strong team. I completely understand that. I've been in Lilgun's shoes way too many times before, so I like to cheer for the underdog here and there. I hope they do well enough. We'll see.
It's just tough. Their one win came against Smart Omega, and they're 1-6 right now.
Yeah, they definitely aren't performing to the standards that SCA Division 1 requires at the moment, but they do have a draft that's really solid. Not exactly sure why they decided to not put Lina mid lane, because the hero is looking extremely strong at the moment. It's also very good on position 4, don't get me wrong. It's just that I feel like she would do much more on the mid lane versus the Death Prophet.
I'm wondering how they'll transition this Alina's build, if it's going to be one of those like, I'm a 4 Alina and I'm pumping myself up, getting some items to hit hard, help out my team, have like a 4-core situation come their way.
Just a 4 Aetherlands Yules is usually the goal. That's it. And you do a lot. You do quite a bit as a position 4 Lina at the moment. I had a guy last night, he picked 4 Lina and he said he's gonna give me a free lane. He didn't give me a free lane. He got hooked under the tower 5 times, but it's fine.
Well, it's a free lane that you're getting all that solo experience while he's dead.
I definitely did get a lot of solo experience. Thanks. Thanks, my Lina from last night.
You know who you are? Guy's just sitting at home.
He's a pretty big streamer in the Russian scene, but doesn't matter. Let's go and check this game out, how the lanes are going on.
Yeah, so far pretty quiet. Some stuns here and there. We've seen some Drows really feel quite strong. I worry for the Drow. There's a couple things here that Lilgun can just get on top of the Drow with. If Phantom Lancer has that opportunity to jump the Drow, I wonder how Raven can react. Timbersaw, again, another one of those heroes that maybe can get on top of you, Timber Chain, and make your life really miserable. Good 2-man stun with the Impale. Hishki getting low, and the right clicks aren't enough as the Fairy Fire is eaten by that Lina and lands the LSA on the Jebs.
He's fine, but that's already so much pain sustained by Hishki. Like, he just almost died, forced to use the Salt. You don't really need to do a lot on this lane as a position 4. Just secure it a bit for Timber and then he'll take over. Same goes on the top lane. PL, this is a decent lane for him. All you have to do is block the hard camp and not allow the Enchantress to get any good creeps in. That's it. PL should do completely fine here.
Yeah, they block that camp, and also Enchantress takes Nature's Attendance level 1, so not even outputting any damage with like an Impetus or anything, goes to Enchant level 2.
Yeah, he did start with Blightstone though, so he's actually hitting for quite a decent chunk, even without the Impetus. This isn't something that you see very often on Edge, just starting instantly with Blight, but if you're position 4 and you're buying that Blightstone into Medallion early on, it's good.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that. The Enchantresses going straight Solar Crest.
Yeah, straight Solar Crest, exactly. Glimmer Cape, Solar Crest, Tranquils. That's usually the 5 build at the moment.
Get that minus armor out, or even boost up your carry with that Solar Crest.
That's the point of it, right? Just boost your 1 carry that you've got. Make him as strong as possible. All the utility items, the small ones, the Lotuses, the Solar Crest, the Glimmers. Solar is extremely cheap too when it comes to the build-up.
Yeah, that change into the items needed to build the Solar Crest has helped supports quite a bit.
Ultimate orb out, crown in. Just a casual 1,000 gold less. Ace.
Get that kill, first blood up top. DJ gets credit for it. They use that enchant to get the soul on Ace, and he ends up dead. And that's changed to the ulti orb of the crown. Now you feel like you're killing it, king or queen, as you take out these other heroes with the minus armor.
It's really good as well with the Beastmaster, right? And Beastmaster going for that Dominator early on, so that's going to be the build. And he's pretty much rushing it. That's it. No boots, nothing like that, no shenanigans.
Ooh. Timber Chain doesn't land on anything. A little Spike Carapace action to stun the Luna for a second. It's already a 1k lead here for Fnatic. The lane's not exactly going all too well for Lilgun at the moment. You do have Tiny at 21 now, PL at 18-0, but the harassment's being felt.
Yeah, that's a little bit actually scary for Lilgun, because one thing that this lineup of Fnatic can do is crush you early on and take the full map control. You have that Prophet, you're gonna have Beastmaster with dominated creep, Enchantress with creeps. That's a lot of stuff that you have to deal with, and you don't really have any big AoE control besides the Timber, really. AoE damage, I should say, not control.
Boar's going out, slowing down Ace. We've got the Hellbear. They already have the Medallion. That lane, as much as PL's not dying, it's really good for Fnatic.
Yeah, he's still very pressured. You can see 50% HP. That's probably because of the Abaddon as well. He's a good position 5. We've seen it in the Chinese region quite a bit. But versus Beast and Enchantress, he doesn't do way too much. He just stands back and heals you. Lina on the mid lane. They're trying to set something up, but he's only level 2.
Yeah, Hishki hasn't gotten much.
And Moon just hits 6 as well. This is, yeah, he also gets scouted. This is a lot of time wasted for the Lina.
Guess the only benefit is Timbersaw gets some solo experience, but you're not getting anything as this Lina, which means your 6 is going to be slow. Being level 2 in any of these engagements that might happen right now
it's
is going to
pretty
feel
solid for the Timber. That's a completely correct statement, because Timber usually should not be able to die unless he really dives deep.
Oh, and that could be bad for Hishki with the Spike Carapace, but gets into the trees, avoiding Raven, even though one Frost Arrow came out and slowed him down for a moment.
It's just the Timber. He's a wall.
He's zoning you out.
Exactly. He just zones you out. You can't pass that wall. He's hitting decent XPM at the moment.
Ace might be dead again. Photic Shield, they've got the slows from the boars, from the enchants, and DJ now with 2 kills.
Yeah, remember that enchant will dispel the Aphotic Shield too.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful how and when you use it. It will deal damage, but it will get dispelled, so you won't be able to survive long enough. And it's so much slow on this lane. And here you go, Moon with the first rotation. He's going to pop Exorcism here.
Shut down the tower, shut down the lane.
This is pretty much just to take the tower and open up the Dire Jungle.
Make sure that this PL doesn't have anywhere to farm or, well, shrink where he does. You've got the Helm already finished off on Xuan, and
look at Raven, by the way. This is a very important move. This tower will fall. We don't have to look at that.
Yeah.
Raven instantly going from bottom and TPing mid is the big move, because it prevents this, what they're doing right now, what Lilgun is doing, rotating Tiny and Lina on the tier 1 bottom, trying to do the same play that they're doing, but with an extra kill on the Drow. It won't work.
Jeff's going to get pressured and pinched by 4 heroes. Impale, Avalanche, LSA all coming in. One last shot for Marvel, but I mean, 4 heroes, that's drawing a lot of attention.
Completely irrelevant in the great scheme of things. This is, if you're a Nyx, if you're a support, this is what you want to be doing. You don't want to die, you want to stay alive as long as possible. But you want to delay the tower push. And look, by the time they take this tier 1, their top tier 2 is pressured.
Yeah.
So
that moment right there is where, in a pub, potentially Nyx goes, really? 4 heroes for just me, bottom? Come on, guys. They do take the tower, though.
Even if he all chats, they have no response because they know he's right. Yeah. They
do put some damage onto the top tier 2 quite a bit. and they're invading the jungle, and like you said, Raven making that move over, it really boosted him up.
Yeah, this jungle is infested pretty much. You can't go inside any longer. You need perhaps a blink on the Tiny or Timber to go there, but yeah.
This isn't going to be one of those 10-minute blinks for the Tiny, though.
It won't. He found a nice neutral item, the Fairy Trinket, that will buff up his damage output a little bit. And I like what Marvel is doing there with just copying what Chuyan is and where he is. He needs to be the wall. Like, for Lilgun, he shouldn't be the one pushing and pressuring. He should just be the wall in front of towers. Like, an extra tower in front of a tower, let's put it that way.
It's an interesting word coming out from Ace, and I'm surprised. I don't know if that was spotted by Raven when it got placed down.
Yep, it's a good one, because the sentry on the cliff doesn't reward it.
No.
That's why he did it. It doesn't give you a lot of info in the triangle, but it gives you enough info to be able to take the tier 1. And look at these dire 3 wards. They're literally all set up just to be able to take the tier 1 on the mid lane.
Realistically, it could even help you get information to take the tier 1 top. If any rotations come from mid towards that triangle area, you'll see them move
really
up.
care.
It's not a lot of info.
You don't care about the tier 1 top if you're Lilgun. It's
Beastmaster, 4 heroes here, LSA all missing. They should still be able to get this kill with the Primal Roar. The damage might be 1-for-1 on a trade. Hishki getting low, but saved by the missed coil, and they do finish off this Beastmaster. Again, it's 4 heroes rotating. The question is whether or not that space made by the Beastmaster ends up benefiting Fnatic enough. And they've used the Exorcism. They're trying to get themselves a tier 1 tower over mid. Might even get this kill onto the Abaddon. He doesn't have borrowed time, so he's dead to rights.
He's not having fun. Ace is, what, 0-3 at the moment? Every single time Enchantress was involved, he died.
Yeah,
Top
he's
lane.
all 3 deaths right now, but now he doesn't get to be all 3 deaths because, well, they get the kill on the Hishki.
Fnatic is just playing a little bit faster than Lilgun at the moment. Lilgun, they will try to assemble on this tier 1 mid lane, and let's see if Fnatic responds. They are running back with Enchantress and Beast.
Can they make anything happen here?
You just want to make the Timber Saw go away so that the Catapult dies. The moment the Catapult dies, they don't really have enough damage to be poking this tower. Drow, complete Raven, just free farming top lane.
Ooh, Vendetta with the Impale. Right clicks from the Impetus, as well as the stun coming out from that Centaur that's enchanted.
You see the circle? He's like, okay, why did I go in this circle? Why did I go here? No wards, no sentries, another circle? Yeah, Brown is like, Tiny's like, yeah, why did you go there? Marvel is trying to move towards the top lane, maybe to protect the tier 2, but it's already down, and this game is looking like every single game I've casted with you so far, Bcop, a speed run.
25 minutes. I told you we have 50 minutes for both games.
For both games, 11 minutes in, the top tier 2 has fallen. 11 minutes in is usually when you take the tier 1. That's the usual scenario, at least.
Stay here longer. Every series.
Every series, yeah. I don't think chat would love that. We would go from PGL to speedrun.
The games would have to have the frame perfects. Marvel trying to maybe get a deny here on this tower by throwing back something on the Fnatic, but instead he's hit with the Primal Roar. He's silenced, he's killed. Marvel gone. Diffusal picked up for the PL. That's a big moment for Lilgun to maybe, hopefully, for them take advantage of.
This diffusal is big. What's bigger for them is the blink on Tiny, and that Tiny is not there yet. Yeah. Speedrun. The Fnatic is very objective based at the moment, going from one to the other, not spending any time farming unnecessarily because they don't need to. They understand how strong they are at the moment. Chuyan's Inner Beast level 2 as well benefits them tremendously.
Yeah. Game plan, guys, huddle up. Who's casting this series right now? Oh, I heard it's Lizard. All right, 25-minute game. Let's do this. We're going to move real fast.
Nothing is changing.
They have this Aegis now to work with. They've got the Solar Crest finished on the Enchantress. Nyx Assassin going straight Axe and already has the point boost there.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's speed running the Axe.
Recently, we've seen some Falcon Blade builds and whatnot, then into the Axe. He doesn't care, straight into it. There's a big rotation coming by Lina and that.
This is to try and kill the Nyx Assassin. Laguna Blade, Spike Carapace, that stuns up both of them. And with the Laguna Blade, with that damage, they don't get the kill on the jabs just yet. Ooh, doesn't deny though. And now the Spike Carapace once again.
This time,
4
though,
heroes. They should be able to get this one to work.
Finish him maybe, guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
don't forget.
They took the tier 1, they took jabs once more, but you can see that on the side of Fnatic, if anyone dies, it's usually jabs. He's the one protecting and being the last man defending the tower.
And so far, him and Beastmaster are all 3 deaths. But that's about it.
So this Chuan,
He's got Primal Roar.
he's afraid to use it because of Abaddon. But
Yeah.
Abaddon, okay, he just popped the ulti. He was saving the point, which is something that kind of isn't done as often as before. But you just save that ulti point, and then you skill it when you drop really low. You don't want that ulti of yours to pop for no reason, so you save the point.
Like an
instead
Aeon disc.
Exactly, like you lock the A on this at the moment, because the ulti is almost a buffed up A on this really.
Yeah. Get that health back. Run away.
Jabs, sneaking in.
Where are you going?
Ooh, there's the enchant, but they don't want to chase, and that's probably the lack of knowledge of what's behind
he's
him.
actually overthinking it. That's what's up. He's overthinking it.
Timber Chain in, maybe baiting. Who knows? Vendetta, 2-man stun. Right click's coming in from Raven. They've got Ace coming from the side. Mistcoil trying to survive. Avalanche toss on a DJ. They've got this Phantom Lancer moving in. X123. He's got the damage to kill off. Jabs or does he? Spike Carapace lands on a 3. They get the kill on a Hishki as well. Sanctity. They've got the kill on a 2.
Oh,
now
what an
the 2-man
impale.
stun again. Jabs, no way he gets to run away from this entire fight as they're going to go after the Timbersaw as well as the Abaddon. They get the kill on a Bolt. And Jabs, okay. He gets to survive with a sliver of health. That was...
Yeah, they just executed that fight just so much better. At first, what was happening is they wanted toward the cliff, but they also saw the Lina kind of moving back and forth, so Nyx thought that he was under vision, but he wasn't. They could have just picked off the Lina and moved into the teamfight 4v5. It didn't matter because Sanctity, as you can see here, he jumps with a tiny, but he doesn't manage to clip the Drow with the Avatos combo. Instead, he clips the Enchantress, which is pretty much useless. You can't kill her afterwards, you wasted your big nuke, then afterwards the double impale by Nyx Assassin, and Drow doesn't even lose the Aegis. She's just destroying all of you, so...
And that's the second double impale of the fight. Like, he's just so on it, not even dying.
That's why Nyx is such a valuable hero in the Chinese region.
It's getting ignored here, pretty much.
Yeah, it's getting ignored. It got banned, I believe, in the last series twice, but it's not nearly as first phase as in the other regions.
Down goes another tier 2 at 16 minutes into the game.
16 minutes in, that's it. We're slowly getting to that 20-minute mark, so the high ground push should commence. I'm on TP here, so that's definitely what's happening.
They've got an Aegis.
I'll take that.
And for a long time still.
Yeah,
so.
and they have Exorcism at 40, so they could definitely put the timings in.
Will they go for it? Okay, never mind.
Just take the last outer tower, I guess.
They're pinging it. And the creep wave is actually pushing in. They still have one full wave here, so... I'm not sure what Lilgun can do any longer. They've just fallen behind 7k 17 minutes in. It's a huge difference. They need to wait out the Aegis and jump, blow up the Drow Ranger. If they manage to do that, they can take a decent fight.
Nick's in a decent spot, but he's under the Sentry Ward. Spike Carapace, it's perfect. All 3 heroes trying to attack him. They get stunned, and that might open up opportunity here. They do lose the Nyx Assassin, but we see if it ends up turning the way of Fnatic. They've popped the borrowed time. They've got the silence onto 2 of these heroes. Raven frontlining, looking over at Hishki, taking a bit of damage. He needs to be careful with that Aegis timing. So the right clicks come in and they get the kill into the Beastmaster. So now, Fnatic, they might need to start run. They've used the Exorcism. DJ trying to TP out Moon onto the high ground.
Oh, that TP.
He's got haste.
Yeah,
So
Moon should be fine.
He's fine.
That Aegis actually got reclaimed in the middle of the fight. Raven,
Ooh.
Sanctity, he's on a hunt.
Avalanche.
Got him.
Toss. And he is going to try and TP, but there's no chance.
Okay,
That's good timings from Lilgun.
that's what Lilgun can do to get back into this game, and that's make Fnatic make some mistakes. Jabs with the next assassin, usually you don't go that deep, because you realize if my team is pushing the tier 2, of course Nyx is going to be behind it, so they plant the sentry, they pick him off first, and then afterwards the team fight is just so much easier for them. Remember, at the moment they don't really have anything to deal with the PL. He is still extremely comfortable in his game, almost has Manta completed, and if you don't control him, you can easily lose the fight, even when you're 5k ahead.
Yeah, they were up
7k before that
now
fight.
it's 5, and Phantom Lancer jockeying for the top spot in the net worth. Moon right there with him. Raven. You see how killable he is if they're able to jump on top.
Yeah, they just need to actually control him, and it will become a little bit harder now as he has Manta on the Phantom Lancer, by the way, talking about him. Raven, however, he needs like 2 more items to be that maneuverable, unkillable Drow Ranger that just pikes out and continues fighting.
And he's got Dragonlance, Sanjin Yasha going into the Mjolnir next.
He's trying to deal with the PL, right? You guys will frontline, I will be the right mid. And it definitely does make a lot of sense. He also has Hurricane, sorry, not Hurricane Pike, but the Grove Bow. And that just feels so good. All you need is to keep distance, and this allows you that.
Yeah, that extra 100 attack range. As well as the extra attack speed, but more so the attack range.
Now the speed is nice too. A little bit of that, a little bit of Inner Beast. It feels pretty damn good to be this Drow Ranger at the moment. Smoked up. They're baiting on Moon mid. You can see how they're rotating around him. But Ace is actually in a very good position.
DJ frontlining. Being an annoying Enchantress.
I think that's also it. You talked about the Solar Crest. He didn't buy Tranquils or Boots, he went straight into Pipe afterwards, so he's extremely tanky and difficult to take down. He runs straight uphill because he understands, okay, if I run and give info, it's good. They can't kill me.
Yeah, they'd have to use so much just to kill him.
What's your favorite hero to just run uphill with?
I guess
hero,
the
right?
answer
You
is
just
Ancient
run.
Apparition, but I'm dead anyway. I just ran uphill.
Ancient.
No, can they stop a TP? He did stop a TP.
He actually didn't use it. He still has it off cooldown. So
It looked like he was thinking about TPing out, standing still like that, or maybe trying to trick them. But
Just joking,
X1,
trying
2,
to
3 gets killed off by the Crib Storm. Moon gets the kill. They look over the Abaddon and early borrowed time into the TP.
yeah, that's one of those mistakes that you really don't want to do.
Go after Marvel. Timber Chain onto the high ground. They should be able to keep vision. The question is, can they get the stun? Yes, they can. Jabs lines it up. And Marvel, he's silenced, he's roared, he's killed, he's gone.
And that's really why they opted to go for that Prophet over something like an Ember. Also, Moon is very comfortable on the hero, but that Prophet scales just so much better versus all these tanky boys. You can take down a Timber, you don't need to buy a Vessel as well. He literally doesn't feel as tanky as a normal Timber Saw should, even though he does have a lot already. But that kill, they baited him, used the travels, went on to the Phantom Lancer. Really clean execution by Fnatic.
Yeah, he tricked me. I thought he was TPing out, he's standing still.
And and you actually know who the real one is.
Yeah, I can see who the real one is, and I was just like, all right, I guess he's leaving.
You know, just trying to joke a little bit with the illusions and whatnot. Everyone is doing that.
That 500 IQ.
Yeah. Which one is it? Which one is it? You're chasing some... 4 of your teammates are chasing some illusion while you're actually being hit for 100% damage and you're screaming, please help. This is the real.
So Roche is going to be up in a minute 12.
I don't know if we have enough time.
25 minutes.
25 minutes.
We have to be done.
We have to be done, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see if this can last, because you could see Fnatic, they're posturing near the pit. They're up 9K. Killing the Phantom Lancer was pretty massive, and yeah, they know the timing soon. They're hanging out near by the pit.
Yeah, the kill on the PL, and the fact that all of their heroes are kind of farming. Everyone is getting something from the map. Even this Nyx Assassin, position 5, almost has Aghanims.
Yeah, he's doubling the net worth.
I guess you can say that Fnatic has both position 4s and position 5s. They're all getting kind of the same farm priority. Yeah.
Okay, just wards.
Yeah, Lilgun, they were expecting Rush.
Blink Avalanche toss. They're going to go in under the Enchantress, who has the Nature's Attendants, but trying to run with a Diffusal. They've got the 2-man stun once again, so DJ surviving for a little bit longer. Marvel's slow on this, but the Chakram as well as the kill there for Sanctity. They're going to bootstrap in. They've got the Spike Carapace as well as the Exorcism coming from behind. The silence is out under the Abaddon, who does have the borrowed time. It'll pop in immediately, but they get to come to jabs. They'll take out the Nyx Assassin. Stun on a Moon, but look at Raven. He's just right-clicking from the low ground, trying to do all he can, and the multi-shot comes in. This is a low Phantom Lancer, a dead Phantom Lancer. They do get the kill on the Moon, though. Raven trying to TP out. They're silenced up. The damage not there, and Beastmaster will go too. Ends up being a 3-for-3 trade. That
3-for-3
could
trade
have been better for Fnatic.
100%. Why it wasn't better is because first and foremost you lose Enchantress first, and then Drow is very bad at these teamfights where she's on the low ground and the teamfight is on the high ground. She does not like that. She doesn't enjoy it at all, especially when you're playing versus something as PL. If you look at Raven, he's literally just running around the fight. He used the split shot and just runs up, runs down, finishes off the Lina with a couple of hits, but doesn't have any big impact, which makes him isolated from the team, and Moon dies. It was a sliver of a second. I think Moon could have lived there. He just popped the Bloodstone a bit too late.
They do get the kill on the PL, right clicks from the low ground, but that could have been a better position fight for sure for Fnatic. They should...
Picking team fights, by the way, areas for a team fight, when you're playing Drow, Arc Ward, and these kind of heroes, Sniper, is 90% of the work.
Right.
Like, that's really what you have to focus on. If you pick a fight in a bad spot on the map, where your Drow can't be just isolatedly hitting targets, it's not good. Even though they were 9K ahead, they trade kind of evenly there.
Smoke used by Lilgun. When a fight here, they've got Aegis Cheese and Axe Shard, so could be a massive moment. Smoke gets broken. DJ now again at the front, and this Enchantress is dead to the Laguna Blade. Dead for 43 seconds.
And Rush is up. Like you said, they can go straight back in.
I have Ags available on the Nyx Assassin. I wonder if he can slow this down at all.
Oh, it's dropping pretty fast. Let's go. Jabs. Burrowing down. And...
oh, they dust it.
They dust it. Can they actually take him down, though? That's the question. Like, even if you dust him, even if you scout him, maybe you can burn his mana with the illusions. Maybe that's the best play, but it's very difficult to do anything about this bug.
Now they know where he is. LSA, yeah, they know where he is. They'll drop the Sentry jabs. You might have overstayed your welcome in this Pearl, but the right clicks now coming in from Raven. He's got a much better position in this fight than the last one. They're going to throw the right clicks out on a Sanctity. They'll get the cut of the Tiny. They look over at Ace, who's popped the borrowed time. Marvel tried to get on top of Raven, but they've lost the Phantom Lancer. They lose Hishki. That's going to be 4 gen on the side of Lilgun, and you know that Ace is gone as well. So that is a full team wipe. That'll turn into Roche, Aegis Cheese, and Shard all going the way of Fnatic.
They didn't respect the bug, man. I was very skeptical at them going towards jabs, because I've seen this story, I've seen this movie. You see that Nyx, you think you can take him down, by the time you manage to bring him half HP, you're all dead. There's too much control coming from the Aghanims, Nyx Assassin, and Fnatic is on the high ground.
Yeah, and that was, we just mentioned it. Knowing where your team fights are is 90% when you've got heroes like Drow and Sniper.
It's just Raven being on high ground. He's uncontested, just right-clicking away.
By the time Marvel tried to get on top of him, he's out of mana.
Yeah, he's out of mana and his team is dead. He's out of a team. Just really well executed by Fnatic once more.
Spike Carapace comes in, and that lands on Hishki through the LSA. Avalanche on it too, but they've got the silence to follow it up. Gust didn't connect, but the silence came out from the Death Prophet, and that's more than enough to send them packing. They've got the hypothermia thanks to the shard that they picked up during that Roche. And, well, they're going to try and finish this one. And again, the bug. He just burrows in your base, and while you don't have raid, you don't have spray to get him out.
Yep. You have no bug traps, nothing like that.
Even one of those glue traps.
Exactly. Can you hang one of the glue traps on the tower, and then he gets stuck, and the tower
just wiggles around?
Yeah.
New neutral for you, Ice Frog. We got you.
Hey, look at this, like Jabs just goes straight in. The range on his Impale, the range on his Mana Burn is way too big. And Lilgun, they're just kind of dancing on it. They can't approach their Raxes.
Yeah, they want to, but they can't. So there goes the Rax top, the Rax mid. And they still have Exorcism going.
They still have Cheese. They still have Aegis. There is really no reason for them to fall all the way back, but they might be disciplined enough to wait for Exorcism. That's something that they can consider. But being 20k ahead this early on.
Now Lilgun has to come to them, or well, they don't have to, but that's what they're aiming at.
That's one last play that you do.
And Nyx knows. Nyx has all the vision that he needs. Spike Carapace, yeah, you've got the Dust that goes into the burrow right in front of them. Laguna Blade, they're trying to kill this Nyx Assassin. Yeah, you got him. But what else do you get from this? Because Raven's just killed your Phantom Lancer. He's killed your hopes of bringing this fight back because you don't have a carry. They'll chase after Hishki. They look over at Marvel and Raven just fighting both these heroes, standing his ground with the hypothermia. They get the kill in a 3. Sanctity, well, it's not looking good for him, and they'll call GG. Game 1 going to Fnatic very clean.
What was it, 29? Okay, that's a record for me.
A little bit longer for you.
Yeah, so far every single game I've casted with you, Ben, has been, what, 25-minute max?
Just about, yeah.
So this is...
Series have lasted around an hour.
This is a little bit of an improvement.
We're getting there. We're getting some more time. Maybe you'll get tier 4s next game.
I doubt.